Oh, yeah. Huh. Can you dig it? My fellow Americans, it's a great day for America, everybody. Come, gather round, join me as I tell you about the future at hand. It's going to be a great day for the rest of the year for Americans. Come on in, gather round, let's have a powwow. Happy New Year, everybody. We made it. Another year right here on Untethered Live. Come on in, join the show. How are you? What are your plans? Are you hammered yet? That's a thing. What a lovely day. Who's with me? Nugget's here. He says, Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year, Nugget. How are you, sir? My brother from across the pond. You get a gold star for being first in chat. Amy says, Big John Nugget. Then she says, Ecclesiastes 3:1-5. To everything, turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn. Wait a minute, that's the wrong thing. Oh, to everything there is a season, a time, every purpose under heaven. A time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, and a time to pluck what was planted. A time to kill, and a time to heal. A time to break down, and a time to build up. A time to weep, and a time to laugh. And a time to mourn, and a time to dance. And all time to gather stones. And a time to embrace, and a time to refrain from embracing. Happy New Year, Untethered Live family. Beautiful, Amy. Thank you very much. What a wonderful poem. Expression of love. What would you call that? Scripture from the Bible. What a beautiful one. Excellent. Thank you. And the sentiment, perfect. That is exactly right. There is a time for all things, and those times come and they go. But as a strong believer in God, a child of God, you can handle it. Whatever comes your way, push through to the next thing. That's all that you can do. And no matter what happens, what's supposed to happen will. Right on. Amy says, oops, typo. And a time to cast away stones. Right. What did you say? Anyway. And a time to gather stones. Before the time to embrace part. Got it. Even with the mistake, it's a good verse to bring in the new year. Yes, it is. It was lovely. Thank you. Amber says, good evening, friends. Hamburger helper hands, smiley faces, prayers, stars, and dancing girls. Hello, Amber. Happy New Year. Amber says, Happy New Year's Eve. Well, it'll be New Year's soon. This is my last show, ladies and gentlemen, of this year. For the next show will be next year. I will not make another show until next year. Amy says, howdy, glitter honeybee. Nice. Amber says, Amy, smiley faces and hearts. And it's 42 degrees on the mountain tonight. No rain or icy mix. The flooding at the bottom of the mountain seems to be under control for the most part. Nice. What's it like around y'all? Cold? I think it's 27 degrees outside or some such. Has been colder, but it's pretty cold right now. Pretty chilly. Joining me is the amazing Banhammer, who's tired, but she's here.
Howdy, UntetheredLive. Happy New Year.
Give Nugget a star.
Oh, Nugget, here's your gold star. Hi, Nugget, Amy, and Amber. Hamburger helper hand.
Hamburger helper hand.
And hi, UntetheredLive.
Camel.
Good to see y'all. There you go.
Yes.
Happy Hump Day?
Camel, camel.
Hi, Jake. How are you tonight?
Camely.
Obviously.
Wonderful. John says, hi, Amanda and Jake. Amber, I sort of drunk, but I'll behave myself tonight. Right on. If you can figure out how to spell it, you'll be even better.
I was saying, you get your typing down right, you'd be doing even better.
That's all right if you're a little drunk. That's okay with us. As long as you're having a good time, that's what we're out after.
I mean, typoes is hard enough to read, but drunken typoes?
Oh, yeah.
Boy.
Could be anything. That's why I drink coffee. But my sound is provided by Surprise Sound. Nobody wants their tapes back though. I wonder why. Anyway, don't you want to have a cup with me? Maybe a little Irish cup, a little snorting there. If so, go to the kitchen and pour yourself up a nice hot toddy. If you don't have a cup, though, you can get one in the description below. I recommend the first one. It has this face on it. It is fantastic, but also we have stainless steel tumblers down there, the big ones and the little ones. They both have locking lids and the Untethered Live Bible Study logo on the front and all the platforms on the back. I learned that from Vanna White. Get one while supplies last. Also, like, subscribe, share, support, join, and super chats are available in the chat box. If you want to show a little bit of love, throw a little clang-a-lang my way. You can. That's Feed Jake for the uninitiated, not the other thing you heard. You can do that at CashApp $ Jake Johnson Band or PayPal.me/Jake Johnson Band. I appreciate it very much. It helps the year go round. Certainly does. One last thing, if you'd like to hang out with us outside of the YouTubeverse and, get to know us on a personal level, you can do that over at Facebook.com/UntetheredLive The link is in the chat. You can share pictures, text videos, memes, and keep up with show-adjacent videos that are posted there weekly and up to date all the time. It's entertaining, it's free, it's fun, it's effortless, and it's yours. Go check it out. But also, a new thing this year I will be adding to the show, a Discord. So get your Discord app installed and figure out how to use it. I'm going to be on it more and more as the year goes by. I'm old and I'm new to it, so I got to learn how to use it and learn how to make it work for me. But I have friends that are on it, so it should be easy. I'm a pretty smart fella, so we'll see. But go check those out. The link is in the chat for the Facebook page, and there'll be a Discord server on the main page of the show and in the chat at some point. Right now, you can go over there and look for Untethered Live. That's what it's under. Amber says, Miss Hammer. I assume there's a tipping hat going on there. Amber says, Nugget, smiley face and prayers and hearts, and sort of drunk. LOL. Okay. Yeah, that's when you're not completely drunk, but kind of drunk. Sort of drunk. Like a sort of tickle, but with more alcohol. Amy says, I posted a couple of amusing animal videos on the Untethered Live Facebook page. After watching the one about the tortoise, I understand why the turtles went ninja. Right? I understand too. Well, I mean, what else can a turtle do that is anamorphic? Anthropomorphized. Amanda?
Happy New Year. I was trying to find out where I was at. I was trying to get an answer from Mark.
Like snatching a steak out of my mouth.
Listen here, mister.
Amy says, Amber, did you watch the one I sent you? The suckerfish? It's kind of cute. Well, anything that sucks is kind of cute. Wait, what? What are we talking about? Amy says, hi, Amanda, and hey, Jake. Hi, Amy. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to everybody. I hope that you have a blessed year coming up. You deserve a nice ending to your year, and I hope we have a great time tonight in spite of the year we've had.
Hamburger helper hand.
Hamburger helper hand. Rice Aroni, the San Francisco treat. No, that's the wrong one, ain't it? Amy says, time for a cup of coffee. I agree, 100%. Maybe it's Maybelline. Hey, Mabel. Hey, Mabel. Let me put some bass in my voice. Hey, Mabel. Hey, Mabel. Nice to see you. How's Hannah? Mabel says, ciao, everybody. Jake, thank you for the email. And how are you? I'm fantastic, and it's my pleasure. When I don't see people for a few days, I start getting nervous. I start sending out emails trying to find out where everybody's at. It's no problem. I just miss you, that's all. Trying to keep my little flock together. You know how it is. I hope you guys are having a good time up there despite the recent events, and I hope that, above all, you're happy and satisfied and healthy and able to have a good time tonight. Because that's what I live for. And also chat jumps.
8:23.
Yep. I went hard. I went to 860. Or 850 rather, sorry. No, I found it though. Amanda?
Mabel and Handa, hamburger helper, Mabel and Handa.
Hamburger helper, Hannah.
Mabel and Hannah,
Hannah bar, Hannah bar. What? Mabel says Hannah wants me to tell you that she got her first unit patches from her daddy and his comrades. Arrived in the mail today, and she is very excited, and she wants to get a coat she can attach them to. That is awesome. Let me tell you something, Hannah, if you're listening. That is not nothing. Those patches are very important to the people who gave them to you. They a lot of times earn them with very severe consequences. And when they give them, it is a gift of the highest order. So thank God and cherish those things because they are valuable in a way that money can never be. So, a little tip. But you already knew that, I imagine. Judy says, number 6. Hey, everybody. What's with your obsession with numbers? I don't understand.
Judy Hamburger Helper Hand. I think she's saying she's the 6th one to press the like button.
Oh, got it. Understood. Makes sense. Press that like button, everybody. Be first. Judy says, hey, Nugget. Hey, Amy. And hey, Amber. Amanda says.
That's great, Mabel. She should be proud.
She should be proud. Absolutely. And the people who gave them to her are even prouder. That's a big pat on the back right there. Absolutely is. Judy says, 8 degrees here, finally stopped snowing. Dang. I'm worried because I'm 27 degrees and you're at 8 degrees. Jesus. That's why I'm still wearing a t-shirt. I mean, a short sleeve shirt. Don't kid yourself. I was wearing a sweater 5 minutes ago.
I was going to say, don't let him lie to you. He was bundled up with his sweatpants and boots and a shirt and a sweater and a jacket and standing in front of the heater.
Yeah, well, I get hot real fast when I go live. I don't know why. Something about my energy level spiking and the lights, and I don't know what it is exactly. But I get very hot very fast and start sweating almost immediately.
Dopamine hit.
Could be. That's that old footlight symptom. You know what I mean? You listen to old Merle Haggard songs, and he talks about putting on that Instamatic smile and going out to the stage and step out the footlights one more time.
Mm-hmm.
He's done it 1,000 times, but every time he does it, he makes it look like it's the first time he did it, grinning from ear to ear like he loves it. It's kind of that kind of thing. It's a face that I put on, character. Here I am. I do it every time. No matter how many times I've done it, I'll do it again, just like it was the first time I ever did it. It's a blessing to be able to do what I do for a living. It's a gift, and I don't look that horse in the mouth. Nugget says, "Hi everybody." Amanda says,
28 here tonight.
Follow along now. Stop talking to people. Start being part of the show.
I am.
Judy says, Happy New Year, Amanda.
You
And
follow.
Hey, Jake.
Fix your third.
There's nothing wrong with my third. What are you talking about?
Your lower third.
I am, in fact, a pastor. It's okay, even on Wednesday.
Okay.
Judy says, Hey, Jake. Hi, Judy. Mabel says she is very happy. Vic was telling her last time he called how special it is when somebody gives you the patch. Yep, the unit patch. And she got 3 of them from him and his comrades.
That's awesome.
It is. And I figured she already knew that. I'm just doing my part. You know how it is. Judy says, hey, Mabel and Hannah.
Here's the chilling page.
Yeah. Amy says, hi, Judy. And hi, Mabel and Hannah. Mark Colin is here. He says, wavy hand. Mark, nice to see you. Happy New Year. Amber says, Mabel and Hannah, hearts and dancing girls and prayers and smiley faces with herpes and unicorns. Horny horses. John says, I talking to you from the year 2026. Yeah, you are a day ahead of us, aren't you? Happy belated New Year.
So what's going on in the new year, Nugget?
What's happening in the future? Is Trump president in the future? We all
What
want
are we doing?
Have we bombed Somalia yet?
Have we thrown him out of Minnesota?
Amber says, Linda, smiley face. Hey, Linda. Did Linda sneak in and I didn't see her?
Linda's not here yet. She wasn't when that was posted. She's here now, but
okay.
she wasn't when that was posted.
Okay. Amber, you got to stop doing that.
Amber tripping.
Debbie, hello, Debbie. She says, hello, everyone. Happy New Year, lady. Amy says, Mark, purple shit.
It's pink.
Pink shit.
Debbie, hamburger helper hand.
That's purple. The hamburger helper hand is pink.
They're the same color.
They're not the same color.
Oh.
Am I colorblind? Is that a shade darker?
Hold on. I got you. I'm going to put them side by side for you. You just wait a second.
I'm looking at them, and one's darker than the other.
Same shade.
One's pink, one's purple.
They're pink.
I disagree. Yanni.
All right, chat. Help me out here. What color is that hamburger helper hand and that poop?
Amanda. Hi, Debbie.
I said that, Debbie, hamburger helper hand. That's what started this whole thing.
Amber says, Judy, smiley face with herpes, prayers, smiley face with herpes, hearts, and dancing girls.
Mark, hamburger helper hand.
Hamburger helper hand. Amy says, message retracted. I can't read it if you retract it, Amy. Amber says, oh my gosh, roll call style. LOL, coffee is kicking in. What do you put in that coffee? Ayahuasca? Are you talking to aliens and dolphins right now? Mark Cullen says, sorry, I've been absent. Yeah, man, what's up with that? Dealing with a dumb at work has had me stressed. I'm glad it's a long 4-day weekend for me. Right. Well, what does the guy that's stressing you out at work have to do with you relaxing with me after work? That's a different thing, different world. I won't stress you out like that. Fab Daddy, Happy New Year. Fab Daddy says, Happy New Year's. Amy says, hey, Fab. Mark says, I'm glad to be here with y'all. I hope y'all had a great year and a better one comes due. I agree with that, too. We have had a good year. It's been rough in a couple of spots, but it has been good overall. There has been growth, slow growth, but growth on the channel, and that's all I can ask for is that we're going upwards. And I hope that you're in for the new year with us.
Fab hamburger helper hand.
Amy says, where's Linda? Mark says, have you guys heard a song called Simond? No. I heard it a few days ago, and it was amazing. Well, it sounds like it's in French, or Spanish, or Latin, or German. I don't know which. Judy says exactly what I was thinking. Turn. Right. That's where they got the idea for that song. Oddly enough, it's been around a while. Judy says, hey, Debbie. Amy says, Debbie, purple shit. Are you just shitting on people today, Amy? Amber says, is Linda not here? Not yet. I'll let you know when she arrives. I think we've been through this before. I thought I saw her before my chat skipped when I was making a cup of coffee. Nope. Not yet. Mabel says, I told Hannah it is the last time we are eating this year. All right? It's funny how that sounds terrifying, but it's just a little while for now. We'll be in another year. Just a couple more hours. Amy says, Amber, buddies. Coffee buddies. That's right. Coffee buddies. I'm with you.
Are you ready for more already?
No, not yet.
Oh.
I was
Okay.
saluting them. Mark says, Yar, we shall behave tonight. Arg. I agree. Judy says, hey, Mark. Mark says, Happy New Year's. Judy says, hey, Fab. Mark says, hey, Amy. Shit. But purple. You don't know how to make a purple shit, do you?
He didn't.
You got to eat a lot of berries. A lot of berries and a lot of grape juice.
It's not purple.
No, honey, it's brown.
No, it's pink.
That is brown.
That one's brown.
That's the one I'm referring to.
Okay.
Amber says, Fab, prayers, hearts. There's Linda. Hey, Amber. Linda's here. Linda says, Happy New Year's, everybody. Hey, Linda. Happy New Year to you, too. How are you doing, sweet lady? And Mabel says, woohoo, Discord. Yay. Yeah, as soon as I figure out how to use it, apparently you can go live over there and do voice chat. And I think everybody can join in together, voice chat or video chat. I'm not exactly sure yet because I haven't done it, but it looks that way. I just got it today, so I really hadn't had time to play with it yet, but I'm working on it.
I think it would be cool if you were doing a live stream and all of us could actually talk in the chat.
Yeah, if I could pull Discord into the OBS and then broadcast it live from the show, that'd be nice. Yeah, that would. I wouldn't want to do it all the time because that gets hectic, but it would be an interesting once-a-month kind of thing or something, or a member show kind of thing, which it might be. That might be happening soon. Mark says, wow, it didn't send the brackets. I said, but purple, because I don't know what emoji is. I don't know what that emoji is. It didn't send the brackets? Well, I see but purple. I don't know. Amanda says,
Linda Hamburger Helper Hand.
Hamburger helper. Hand. Judy says, hey, Linda. Amber says, oops, Mark, it kept your C. Sorry. Yeah, I hate it when that happens.
Hey, what did the purple do?
Well, I don't see it anywhere. What did purple do? What did purple heart do? I don't know what. Turn pink?
No, he said but purple.
All right. It's a purple shit. And a pink hamburger overhand. Mark says, I don't have a pink or purple poop emoji like Amy sent to me. Yeah, you do. It's in there. You just have to look for it. Amber says, coffee. I agree. I'm with you. Delicious. Amy says, it's in the YouTube emojis with the hamburger helper hand and the purple shit.
Pink.
That's purple.
It's pink.
Mark says, it kept it from y'all to see. Amber, LOL. I went in to explain what I said because it sounded rude mode. I got it. And Linda says, hey, ladies. Smiley face. What, no hey, dudes? That's all right. We don't mind.
Purple poop mark is in the smiley face at the end of the comment section.
I don't have that last one, Amy, says Mark. I promise it's in there. You just have to look for it. Or update your, you might have to update your browser.
He found it.
Amy says, there's Cookie. And scroll down, Mark. Mark says, oh, not my emoji, the YouTube emojis.
Yes.
Yes, you got it. Hang on, my chat jumped again.
8:42. Amber's comment.
Amber says, Linda, dancing girl and stars. Mark says, Amy, I didn't know, and apparently when you surround things in brackets, it doesn't actually send that, which is why I sounded rude. I'm sorry. That's all right. Yeah, remember that a web browser, even if it looks like a chat box, it is a web browser. It accepts commands, and commands are banned on YouTube because you could send script in the chat box and mess up people's computers because it is linked to their computers. So you can't send commands. So you can't type anything that vaguely looks like a command or a website. Some people will allow it. I won't. Mark says, I was trying to be funny with the brackets messed it up. That's all right. We got it. Amber says something.
Hard eyes with teeth face.
Amy says cookie, purple shit, and purple monkey.
Purple surprised face.
That looks like a monkey to me. Looks like Curious George, but with purple. It's like Curious George at a rave. What do you think?
No.
Brings new meaning to the term man in yellow hat, doesn't it? Mark says, I'll shush. Amy says, not rude at all. You thought it was funny. I thought it was funny. We thought it was funny. Amy says, we thought. Yes. Liked, shared, and invited some friends, says Amy. Thank you, ma'am. Amber says, Miss Hammer, I'll make you a sandwich. Fried egg, okay?
Yeah, but I'll fall asleep. I'm already sleepy. Last thing to do is feed me.
Right on. Mabel says, Hannah wants breakfast for dinner again. Mabel, Hannah's got good taste. I love breakfast for dinner.
I know, right?
Eggs, bacon, grits, and toast. Yes, ma'am. It's the breakfast of champions. I grew up eating that. And Mark says, man, I bought a Milwaukee heated sweater 3 years ago. Best purchase ever. Really? I rarely ever get cold enough to need a heated sweater, except when I'm on my motorcycle in the dead of wintertime. That's when you need a heated sweater. Amy says, that's freaky. What's freaky? John is talking to us from next year. Oh, that is freaky. Right? Trump's still president, says John. Nice. Have we bombed Somalia yet?
I hope to stay awake to watch the ball drop.
I can arrange that. You want it on your forehead or what? Where? Wait, what are we talking about? Amy says, I like breakfast for dinner. Everybody likes breakfast for dinner. If you don't like breakfast for a dinner, you're a communist.
There's something wrong with you.
Or something. And Mark says, hamburger, upper hand, poop. Both purple. One's
Pink.
darker than the other. The poop is darker than the hand. Amber says it too.
They are the same color.
That
and
is
they
not
are
the
pink.
same color. Amy says pink poop. Well, it's purple poop, but I'm with you. Debbie says hamburger helper hand is pink, and so is the poop.
Ah,
Well,
there's
you girls,
three.
You girls can't see colors. That's the problem.
Wait a minute. Wait, keep reading.
Amy says the poop has eyes, and it appears darker because it is darker.
No, read the next comment.
Mark says pink poop.
Yeah, so there's 4 to 1.
Yeah, but I'm right.
No.
See, that's the difference. I'm right, and you can suck it.
What's the next line say?
Pink and purple.
Yeah, see the difference in
Yeah.
them colors?
Well, that's not pink. That's light pink. There's a difference. I make shirts for a living. I deal with ink all day long. I know what pink is.
Uh-huh. And that is purple.
And Amy says, eat enough hamburger helper hands and you could poop purple poop.
Oh, pink. See, there goes Mark again. Said it again. Pink poop problem.
Yeah. They're the same. The top of the pink poop is darker. That's not the same then, is it? But majority is the same color. It's not the same color. It's
the
one
same
shade
color.
darker. I bet you hear Laurel instead of Yanni. And you see a blue dress instead of a white dress with black stripes. If it's different, it's not the same by definition. Makes it a darker shade. That's a darker shade. It's not the same color. Close one eye and look at it real hard. One shade.
Right. That's right. Start a poll.
Nugget says, I've seen her because I'm from the future. Linda, you mean? Mark says, no, but I'd hate to bring my aggression to stress here, Jake. But you got to just blow off some steam, buddy. You don't have to take it out on us. I know you're stressed out. But, hit a tree or something. That'll make you feel better anyway. Might hurt your hand.
We're here to talk.
We're here to talk to you. Just don't take your problems out on us.
Start a poll, Jake.
I don't need to. I know what you think. Judy says, we're here to listen, Mark. That's right.
Because we're right.
Mabel says, you can also do watch parties for movies and such on Discord. My sisters and I do that a lot. That sounds like fun, actually. I love watching good movies. You don't get hit with copyright claims and such. And we might have to have us a Discord going on then. I will get into it and see if I can make it work for me. That would be cool. Amber says, I think it's not pink or purple. It's loose magenta to me. A mix of both. I hear you. Mabel says, wait until he sees the purple hearts and calls them blue.
It's coming from the one that's colorblind.
I am not colorblind. I'm color retarded. There's a difference. Amber says, hamburger upper hand, purple shit. Amy says, leftover chili for dinner. Hamburgers for dinner. Hamburger and french fries. Amber says, LOL, Mabel. We will see. Herpes. Smiley face with herpes. Amy says, chili is better the second day. It always is. Chili and spaghetti both are better the next day, and so is lasagna.
So
anything with tomato in it, it's better the next day.
So stew, beef stew.
Beef stew, yep. They don't have tomatoes in it, but it's got the same kind of thing going on. Amy says, Mark says, I'm about to make an omelet for dinner. Well, everybody's having breakfast for dinner. Maybe that's the New Year's resolution, to have more breakfast for dinner.
I didn't think about getting no black-eyed peas today.
Mabel says, of course, this is why the Americans invaded Vietnam. Not eating breakfast for dinner was a dead giveaway. Right on. And John says, Somalia, not yet. That's to come. But Iran is having a rebellion. They need to. They need to do something over there. Amy says, I eat breakfast for dinner. That's the way to go. That's when you know you're smart, is when you can have breakfast anytime you want. That's how you know you're grown. Nobody's going to tell me when to eat eggs. I'll eat eggs right now. I dare you to stop me. Mark says, girls statistically can see a far wider color spectrum than us men. It's messed up, man. Speak for yourself, buddy. I can tell the difference between pink and purple.
So can he.
Debbie says, what can I suck? Since you said suck it, I just want to know what I'm in for. I'll let someone else be the judge of that. Amy says, start a poll. No, I already know I've lost that poll.
He's not going to start one. He knows he's going to lose. And LOL, Debbie. Don't get it in your eyes.
Kind of hard not to. It kind of goes everywhere.
Not if you're good.
If you're good, it's a non-issue.
Exactly.
Mark says, amen, Mabel, if only. If only what? Oh, the Vietnam thing? It was a joke. Amy says, tortoises. Tortoises? What about tortoises?
I think it had something to do with the videos that Amy posted that we haven't watched yet.
Yeah, I haven't seen any videos today. I've been sleeping.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a lie. I've been working on computers and dozing off while I'm sitting up. Where am I at?
9:04. Mark's comment.
Amy says tortoises, and Mark says pink, pink, pink. Smiley face. Mabel, purple skies as well, says Mark.
Oh.
Now, that only happens when it storms. Mabel says, Hannah says, a hand color disabled.
That's great. That's great.
You go, Hannah. Amy says, ha, ha, ha. I get the last Baja Mountain Dew. You snooze, you lose to my son. Take it. Take it. Mr. Nugget says it's fluorescent pink, which is purple.
It is not.
Amy says 80s neon pink. Mark says, rip Amy's son. Rest in peace, Amy's son. His only wish for the New Year's was a Baja Mountain Dew. Serves him right. Who bought him? That's right. And Mark says, what, Debbie? Question mark. I think that was addressed to me, but the question was, what can I suck? Amy says, white flower or purple grapes?
It's not a white flower.
Well, I do have light shining in my eyes, but it looks white to me.
No, that is pink.
Okay. Amy says, ever see a tortoise mating part? Oh, I have seen that. Yeah. It's hilarious. That's what they sound like.
Jake sounds like that sometimes.
Sometimes. I get a little turtly. And then I go back up in my shell and stay there for a while. Debbie says, what, Mark? Amber says, fireworks are going off like crazy. It's New Year's Eve. You would expect that. And Mark, I'm actually surprised I'm not hearing them popping off all over the place. They normally do fireworks right here and right over there.
It's still early here.
It is kind of early. It's 9 o'clock, though. They should be popping them off.
Well, they're going to go out the last minute because it's too cold.
Yeah, it'll probably be midnight. Pop, pop, pop. I normally go out and watch the fireworks, but I'm here with you guys because I love you.
I forgot to tell y'all, but Tribble's birthday was the 29th.
Happy birthday, Tribble.
Tribble turned 1 on the 29th.
Do dogs have birthdays?
Yes.
This is new to me.
Yes. They're 1 year. Our 1 year is 7 years to them.
So she's had 7 birthdays.
She's 7 years old in doggy life.
So when is her actual birthday?
She was born December 29th.
And so between December 29th and December 29th, how many birthdays were there?
7.
7. And when do they fall?
I don't know. I haven't sat and figured it out. I would imagine about every other month or so.
And you think I'm going to celebrate those?
No, we celebrate one birthday a year. We put them on our year.
So you're ripping them off?
No. They don't know. She has no clue the day she was born.
How do you know?
She's a dog. She ain't got sense enough to not roll in the dirt right after getting a bath. I mean, come on.
What? How do you know that she wants a bath?
Because she gets dirty.
Yes, but that's a you thing, not a her thing. She
don't
wants to
wanna
be in the
touching a
dirt,
dirty
obviously.
dog.
I think dogs like being dirty,
Dirty, stinky, and ugh, no.
Well, if they don't, then why is it every time you clean them off, they make a beeline to go roll in the dirt and slide through the dirt to get it back on their fur?
Because they ain't got sense enough to stay clean.
Or maybe they know things we don't. They don't die of diseases like we do.
No, they just have all kind of skin conditions
Yes.
from not being clean. Just saying.
Mark says, nothing, Debbie. Dead smiley face. Amy says, there's still some Code Red Mountain Dew left. Well, that's good enough. It's way better than the Baja Blast, in my opinion. Mark says, smiley, smiley, smiley. And Amber says, it just got dark. It's pre-show fireworks. Oh, it's the little ones. Hadn't got to the good ones yet. The ones that sizzle afterwards. Pop. Those are the good ones. Mark says, on average, by weight and breed, but yes.
What do you mean on average by weight and breed?
I don't know. That's what Mark said.
I don't either.
Something about dogs.
Their birthday, that doesn't change. It's 7 dog years to 1 human year.
I think that's a myth or a wives' tale, but whatever.
No, that's what they say.
I know they say that. That's the wives that say that.
No, I mean, the vets, the science. I mean, I know you don't. I don't agree with all the science either, but they say that
I think a year's a year.
No,
they just age faster because they're tiny. If you were that small, had that little bit of a surface area, you would age that fast also. That's my thoughts. I might be wrong. Apparently, I'm often wrong when I talk to you. Funny, when I talk to physicists, they're like, man, this guy knows a thing or two. But when I talk to you, I'm wrong. That's me lighting a fuse. See what happens. Maybe we'll have fireworks. There's a method to my madness.
It's not going to work.
Oh, yes, it will. Mark says, on average, I read that one. They deserve it. Don't they? Who are they? What are we talking about? Are you still talking about dogs?
There you go. Get your glory to fame here.
They totally do, says Mark. Who is they? I don't know who we're talking about.
I think you're talking about dogs.
Mark says, frowny face. Are you still talking about dogs? And what are you defending the fact that they have birthdays? I'm not sure what you're doing here. On average by weight and breed, but yes, they deserve it, don't they? They totally do.
Birthdays.
The only thing I said about dogs is nothing. I said nothing. She said they had a birthday. Then I asked a couple of questions about the birthday. But I made no definitive statement. So what are you referring to exactly?
He was talking about dogs deserve birthdays.
Sure. I mean, if they want one. I've never had a dog ask me for cake or candles.
No, but a lot of people will celebrate their dog's birthdays, and you can actually go buy dog cakes that are for the special dog birthday cakes and stuff.
A lot of people make teddy bears too, but let me tell you a little thing about bears. They're not teddy at all. In fact, they will eat you. Nugget says, happy bark day, Dribble. And Mark says, happy 7th birthday, Dribble. Thank you, thank you, thank you. She needs a haircut's what she needs. That's what she needs to get for her birthday, a haircut and a bath.
I cut her face. I can't cut the rest of her right now. It's too cold.
It's not that cold.
It's too cold to shave her.
Mark says, dog years are 7 per human years by weight and breed. Do they have is there a committee that makes that decision?
No, it's not. And Jake's fixing to eat it all up here in just a minute anyway, but it has nothing to do with weight and breed.
Mark says, as in they age 7 years faster than humans, depending on weight and breed of the dog. Amy says, it was a good day. I spent some time with my mom and my sister, and we're going through pictures Mom found in her storage. That's always a little trepidatious, but ultimately fun because you get to see what you used to be. And then you see pictures and you're like, I was never that skinny.
Yeah, you were.
It is fun to go through memory lane, though. Mark says, that's always fun, Amy. Old picture albums can bring back so many memories. Yes. And Amanda says, the 7 dog years to 1 human year rule is a myth, originated from a simple average of human lifespans, or in other words, an old wives' tale. 70 years and a dog's lifespan is 10 years and in the 50s, but it's inaccurate because dogs age much faster early in life, and the rate varies significantly by breed and size. A dog's first year equals about 15 human years, and then the ratio isn't consistent. Larger breeds often age faster, and it's because they're bigger and they eat more and they're more exposed to the sun and they have more oxygen coming in and out of their body, which are the things that make you die and age.
And the rest of that is, and have shorter lives and smaller dogs, making the 7-to-1 ratio misleading.
Yes. Yeah, because smaller dogs, they're already at the bottom. Let me explain how dogs work, okay? There was a flood, and on the ark that survived that flood, there were 2 dog types. 2. And they're not Chihuahuas or Great Danes. They're just probably like a wolf, I'm guessing, because they have the smallest amount of DNA diversity in their blood amongst all the the canine breeds. They're the closest to the original thing that they once were. And if you can ask any breeder that if you spend time selectively breeding dogs, you can get all the breeds of dogs from 2 dogs over a period of time. It takes about 150 years, and you can get all the breeds that we have today from 2 dogs. Any 2 dogs. Just has to be a dog. But there is a limit to diversity. Yes, you can breed for traits such as long hair, short hair, long feet, short feet, long noses, short noses, height, shortness, stature, fatness. You can breed for that. Pretty, obedient, you can breed for that. Aggressive, you can breed for that. But there's a limit to the amount of diversity in the bloodlines. And that's why when you get down to Chihuahuas, i.e. little dogs, Shih Tzus, Chihuahuas, Pomeranians, or the like, they're already at the end of the diversity arc. They cannot be any more diverse. That's it. This is as far as they go. One more genetic fault and they die. That's why they require humans to take care of them. They don't do so well in the wild. If you take a Chihuahua and let him go in the woods, that's why we don't have roving bands of wild Chihuahuas, by the way, because something will eat it almost immediately. It'll be like, and that's it, as it goes off into the woods. So, that's why little dogs have much more problems, health-wise and bone structure-wise, and they shake and they tremble and they breathe bad and they have nightmares and seizures and such, because they're already genetically at the end of the line. There's no more that they can diversify. They've reached the end of the genetic lottery. What you want is something like a Siberian Husky or a wolf. Those are the closest things to the original dog kind. And everything in between. There you go. Mark says, the dogs, but I'll shut up. Why do you keep doing that? I'm not asking you to shut up. Amanda?
I already read that.
Oh, okay. I didn't.
Part of the thing that you read earlier.
Yeah, it is. And they have shorter lives than smaller dogs, making the 7-to-1 ratio misleading. Right, I read that one. Mark says they deserve a birthday every 2 months. I mean, deserve is a strong word. They bark and shit on your floor. I don't know if they deserve anything. We feed them. That's a big plus.
Right. And house them and everything else.
Yep. Amy says, my mom found her wedding photos from 1962. Wow. I bet she was adorable. Mark says they're so loyal they deserve a birthday every 2.2375 months. That's, man, I'm not very good at math. That sounds like every day. Amy says my dog is an ASHOLE. An asshole. Most little dogs are. I actually have a very rare little dog in that she isn't an asshole. The only time she barks is when she's outside and the dog next door barks, and it drives her crazy because she can't believe that guy just said that shit. So she's like trying to let me know, do you hear this guy? Can you believe this? That's the only time she barks. She don't bark at anything around here except for that dog. She don't bark at the cats, and they're all around there, and they mess with her all the time, and she loves it. She will shit on the floor, though, if you ain't careful. You got to take her out, and you got to stay on it. I can't seem to get her to understand you can't do that in the house. Mark says, 1962, that's amazing. I have a few pictures of family from back then, as do I. I have a few pictures of me from close to back then, from the 70s. Mabel says, Vic would always say, the next time I am wrong will be the first time. And then at our wedding, when we did our vows, he said, and after today, I will never be right again. Right? That seems to be the case. We trade being right for being married. So a wise man once said, which would you rather be, right or happy? You can't be both. Mark says, but they haven't seen air in decades. I want to make copies, but I'm scared to take them out of their seals. Well, yeah, you can make copies of them in the seal. It might be a better idea. It'll be a little hazier, but you'll have a copy. Better yet, you could get them in a low light environment where there's not a sheen on the seal, and use a good digital camera and take a good picture of it, and then go into Photoshop and raise the light, and you could clean it up that way and have a good clean copy of it. That's probably your best bet. Use a digital camera. A good digital camera. Don't use a junky one. Use a good one that's got a good f-stop on it. You can lower the light needed to take the picture, and then you can take it into Photoshop and raise the light conditions. Amy says, talking about her dog, he doesn't work. He wants free food, free housing, free health care. He's an asshole or a Democrat. He's a Democrat. Yeah, dogs are usually Democrats. And cats are definitely Democrats. They're the activist type of Democrats. They're the ones with the blue hair and the nose rings. Mark says, my little tomcat and my Great Dane were hostile at the start, but they love each other now. Yeah, also a myth that dogs and cats can't get along. Most dogs and cats get along just fine unless they don't know each other. And also, rats don't eat cheese. And rabbits don't care for lettuce. I mean, carrots. Carrots. Yeah, they like lettuce.
But really, lettuce is bad for rabbits.
Well, they like it, whatever.
I know, but lettuce is really not that good for rabbits. There's no nutritional value in them, really.
And Mark says effing animals are all the same, Amy. Always wanting free housing and free food and free love and free attention. Yes. And they know they can get it. I try to tell people that. That's why cats do that thing with their eyes. They don't do that to each other. They don't meow to each other either. They call at each other, but they don't meow. That's a thing they do uniquely for humans, because we will feed them if we think they're cute, and they know that. It's a scam. They're scamming you. They're angling for you. They're little con artists is what they are. And if you're not feeding them, they don't want nothing to do with you. They won't even, if they're wild, they won't even let you touch them unless you got food.
Yeah, we have this one cat that won't let neither one of us touch her unless she's eaten. Then both of us can pet her.
And she's fine with it. She's not scared of either one of us, but she will not get near either one of us unless we put food down.
Nope. We're just walking out there and try to reach down and pet her, she'll scurry off. And then turn back around and look at us. But if there's food down, she'll sit right there and let us pet her the whole time she's eating.
That's not to be confused with them not liking us. My cats want to be near me.
Mm-hmm.
They just don't want to be close to me. They want to be 2 feet away from me at all times. If I go out in the yard, they will follow me everywhere, 2 feet away from me.
Yeah, they follow me all over the yard all the time.
Yeah. They like us. They just don't want to touch us. And they want to make that clear. We're not touchy cats. Amy says, and he doesn't like my pew-pews. Must be a dog-a-rat. A dog-a-crat.
LOL, Amy. Or he's just an asshole.
Yeah. Mark says, smiley face. Amy says, Chihuahuas make Jake's chat jump.
Yeah, mine too.
Chihuahuas have demon DNA, maybe.
Yeah.
I think they just have very little DNA. Very little diversity anyway. Judy says, hey, LOL, Amy. What it is says, hello, Jake and Amanda, and to all Untethered Live family. Hey, what it is, Happy New Year.
What it is, hamburger helper hand.
Amy says, what it is, purple shit. What it is says, what is dog spelled backwards? God. Lowercase g, God. Linda says, true, Amy. My daughter is a vet tech, and that's the only dog she doesn't want to have to handle.
I've never been a fan of little dogs. Tripple's the first little dog that I've liked.
Yeah, same here. I'm not a big fan of them either. I do like the little hairless chihuahuas, the teacup ones. I do like those because they're very loyal to you.
Yeah.
They hate everyone else, but they love you.
That's because you got to carry it everywhere it goes.
Yes. But again, it is at the end of the food chain.
Yes.
And it needs you to live. It can't live on its own. But I like pit bulls. That's my dog. That's my favorite animal, the pit bull.
Yeah, I like the pit bulls, and I'm a German Shepherd lab person.
Yeah, I don't care for German Shepherds. I don't like dogs that shed.
I love me a German Shepherd.
Although a Labrador is hard to beat.
Yes.
Especially if you got kids, that's the best dog, or a golden retriever.
Mm-hmm.
They're bred to be good-natured and gentle. They're just big, lovable puffs.
A lab and a golden retriever can carry a raw egg in its mouth and not bust it.
Judy says, hey, what it is? Nugget says, never let a dog kiss or lick your face. That's an asshole. Amen to that. Mabel says, two of our dogs are male, the Great Dane and the one that's and one of the Mastiffs, both giant assholes. Then there's the female Mastiff, and she is a sweetheart. Purely coincidence? I am sure. Well,
no, it's just male nature to be assholes.
I think what you're calling asshole is what the rightful word is stoic. I think what you're saying is they're stoic. They don't talk a lot. They don't express emotions. They stay to themselves. They don't need anything. Kind of assholey, but it's really just stoicism. That's where wisdom comes from, so you can forgive them that. Amy says, does the dyslexic atheist believe in dog? No, he does not. Amanda?
My chat jumped.
Digital scan the pictures in the seal, and they will come out great. There you go.
Yeah, well, there's more that goes with that.
And then print the photos.
Yes.
Mark says, to get a good copy, make a sort of dark room and use my old Runkin EOS Rebel. Yes.
Canon.
Canon. Yes, it's a Canon. The EOS Rebel is a Canon. Yes, that's a great camera, and it will absolutely do what you need it to do. Just make sure you hold it very still and get good, clean pictures with the f-stop turned way up so that you can do it in low light. And then you can put it in Photoshop and raise the lights however you want to and get a good, clean image of it. Do a little bit of touch-up, and you got some great photos to print off. And you can print it on photo paper and get a gloss finish. It's just like taking a picture. Amy says, if I had a bigger place, I'd get a Great Dane. Great Danes are good dogs, but they are very cumbersome. So are Greyhounds. I don't know why anybody would own one of those things.
The Greyhound's got to have plenty of room.
A lot of room, and they are very energetic. And that tail is like a whip. It'll break everything in sight. I don't understand why people own those things. Those are definitely stable animals. Put them in a field somewhere and let them run. Why would you have something like that in your house? And then I watch people that own cougars and tigers and panthers, and they make that sound. But it's so loud that it rattles your soul a little bit. That terrifies me because I know the only thing keeping that person from being dinner is the fact that they shove meat in that thing's mouth almost 24/7. Because believe me when I tell you, ever see that cartoon in the 70s where there are two men stuck on a little tiny island with one little tree, and they're in the middle of the ocean, and they're starving to death, and they're going delirious, and one guy looks at the other guy while he's talking to him. He kind of turns into a chicken leg. The guy starts licking his lips. That's how a panther looks at you. You are not a person. You're a chicken leg that's talking. They're monsters. Tigers are monsters. They're not people. They don't have souls, the kind that we have. They have souls, but they have their own thing. They are wild monsters. They will eat you alive, and they do not care. In fact, they're kind of looking forward to it. The only reason they haven't done it yet is for whatever reason is keeping them at bay. Maybe you keep them full so they hadn't had the need to, bother eating you. But that's it. That's the only thing stopping it. Them people don't know what they have in their house. And if they have kids, Jesus Christ, I'm out. I can't watch that.
That's like people with big snakes and little kids.
Yes.
That bothers me. Even the whole time I was raising snakes, I never let my snakes around my kids.
Amen.
Never left my kids alone in a room with the snakes.
Listen, animals are wild for a reason, and they are not people. We anthropomorphize animals with cartoons and teddy bears and such, but they will eat you, and they don't care. They're not going to feel bad about it. To them, it's just dinner. They don't love you. A dog does not love you. A dog has a relationship with you that is beneficial to him. If you take away what's beneficial, he will leave eventually. Promise. It's not love. It's love on our part. It's not love on the dog's part. So, when people play with big animals like that, do you know, here's an example of what I'm talking about. And this is a fact, you can look it up. There are more tigers in captivity in Texas than there are in the wild in the rest of the world. I'll say that again. There's more tigers in captivity in Texas than there are in the wild in the rest of the world. There's that many people that think it's okay to own a tiger, put it on a chain, and feed it when they feel like it. Think about that for a minute. What happens when the tiger eats the person? Then there's just a tiger on the loose. Right? There's a reason you can shoot pigs from a helicopter in Texas. They've thought it through. What it is says, I give my security treats at the end of the day when I bring them in at night. Scylla and Ginger Mastiff, nice. And Rhodesian Ridgeback mix.
Rhodesian.
That's what I said. What did you say?
You said Rhodesian.
Sound it out.
It's Rhodesian.
Rhodesian. Is there an I there?
It's just pronounced Rhodesian.
Okay. Mark says, and use Photoshop to raise the light exposure. Yes. Thank you. I'll try that. Yes, sir. That'll work.
And there's 2,000 to 5,000 big cats in Texas. And it's illegal to own big cats now.
Well, that may be now. But at one time, go look it up. At one time, there were more in Texas than there are in the rest of the world. It may not be now. They may have changed that. Thank God.
Texas historically held their largest population of privately owned tigers in the United States.
Yes.
Estimated numbers before the ban. Estimates range from the thousands, 2,000 to 5,000 in Texas alone, possibly more than in the wild.
There you go. Mark says, I read that one. What it is says, they say lettuce has some of the calming effects that THC has. I suppose that's possible, but I don't think so.
No, I haven't heard that.
I think what lettuce has, what you're referring to, is DMT. DMT is a chemical that the brain produces, and it's also in vegetables and in trees and such. The problem is there's a chemical in your liver called 7-hydroxymetabolite that causes that DMT molecule to express itself. That's what gets you high. That's why when you go down to South America and get ayahuasca, you have to go there to get it because they know how to mix it with the roots of the trees there. It will not get you high unless they cook it the right way and mix it with the certain root, because those two chemicals together is what activates the thing that makes you high. That may be what you're referring to, but I've never heard that there's THC in lettuce or that it has a calming effect. I suppose it's possible, though. I haven't heard everything. I don't know everything. And Mark says, yes, Canon EOS Rebel. T3. It's old, but still solid. Hey, I'd love to have a Canon EOS Rebel. As a matter of fact, that when I was looking for this camera, I looked into a couple of those. Nugget says, tortoise love lettuce. Green poop. Yes, a lot of animals like lettuce. Maybe it's them that feel THC effects. Maybe that's why I've never heard of it. Maybe that's what he was saying. Amy says, I used to raise rabbits. I had Laverne and Shirley in one cage and the Fonzie in a different cage. Being a kid, I thought it wasn't fair. So I put Fonzie in the cage with Laverne and Shirley. And then you had a bunch of rabbits, didn't you?
Read the next line.
Amy says, I thought it was magic when there was a bunch of bunnies and I was 6 years old. Yeah, there's a reason that we equate breeding like rabbits to, young love or having lots of babies, because they get very serious about it.
I had a bunch of lionhead rabbits.
Yeah. What is that?
A rabbit with a mane. It's got
you mean a jackrabbit?
No, it's a regular haired rabbit, except for around the top of his head and his ears and stuff is longer than the rest of his hair. They're called lion heads.
I guess I've never seen one.
They're smaller than a normal rabbit.
And Nugget says rabbits look better on a plate. I agree. I used to eat rabbits when I was younger. We raised them. We had 200 rabbits for a while when I was a kid. It must have been a thing, because a lot of people I know raised rabbits when they were kids. We had about 200 of them, and we were raising them to eat them. So we would breed them for a while and then eat them for a while. It's not a bad idea, but there's not a lot of meat on a rabbit. You got to eat 2 or 3 of them to get any, nutrition. So it's like fighting a battle you can't win, because you can't eat enough of them to get enough nutrition to survive off of by itself. You need some other form of protein, which is probably why everybody doesn't do it, why we don't use rabbits as a main source of food.
Rabbit feed's expensive.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. They don't produce enough protein to keep you alive. I mean, it'll work for a little while. Obviously, if you're hungry, it'll do. But if you're trying to survive, you need something like cows. Amy says, or in a glove, John. Rabbit in a glove? What are we talking about? Kevin Bernard, what's up, brother? Happy New Year. He says, hello, Jake, Amanda, and everyone. Happy New Year. Nice to see you, my friend. How are you? By the way, folks, in case you're nervous, I'm being intentionally antagonistic. It's fun. Don't take it so seriously. Amy says a rabbit named S-Foot or Sfoot. Amy says, hey, Pop Pop, purple shit. John says, hi, Kevin, brother, Happy New Year's. And Judy says, hey, Kevin. Mabel says, Happy New Year, Kevin.
Kevin, have your helper hand.
And Happy New Year.
And Happy New Year.
There you go. Be happy, it's New Year. It's a brand new year. Mark says, sorry, Amanda, I was listening, not reading. And thank you for the help, both of you. That's our pleasure, buddy. Amy says, Kevin, Big John is commenting from next year. Yep, he's already done it. I asked him, was Trump still president and have we bombed Somalia yet? John says, Great Dane, food bill is a lot. Yes, they're big dogs. They eat a lot. I'd like to have a St. Bernard. No pun intended.
Yeah, you're talking about a shepherd shedding.
Oh, yeah, I would imagine.
Yeah, and the St. Bernard got the drool to go along with it.
Yeah, but they're big, strong dogs.
So are shepherds.
No. A St. Bernard is like an ox, but a dog. He's real big fella. I'm talking about the ones, remember in the old days they would draw the cartoons of the thing with the barrel on his neck?
Yeah.
Well, that's a thing that they did up north, like in Alaska and upper parts of Canada. They would send those dogs out to rescue people that got caught in snowdrifts or whatever, and that barrel would have supplies in it and liquid and such. So that's a cartoon based on reality.
You think a shepherd sheds? A St. Bernard sheds 10 times worse than a shepherd does and drools buckets and buckets and buckets of slobber.
Did you ever see that movie, Beethoven?
Yes.
Did you know that I delivered those puppies that were in that movie?
Yeah, we've had that conversation before.
Yeah, I haven't seen the movie. I think there's only one dog in the movie, but there's 7 dogs that they used for the movie, and they were puppies. And I was at the Lakeland SPCA, and that's where they were born at. I was doing community service there, and I helped deliver those puppies. So I'm famous. Kevin says, I love German Shepherds, but the hind legs fail too soon. Yeah, they have bad hip problems. I think it's because they're so long and their legs are so skinny.
Well,
I don't know why, but
there's a few reasons. The main reason is from people pushing down on their hind end to make them sit. You should never do that to a big dog.
Yeah, especially one that has bad hips and long legs.
But the way that the German Shepherd's backs are arched, it causes them to have hip dysplasia.
Well, again, a breed of dog is simply breeding for selection of a type, and they keep breeding that type. So German Shepherds came from that type of breeding. So they are not a purebred animal. By definition, all dogs are a crossbreed of some kind. And that's why it amazes me when people say, I've got a purebred dog. Well, no, you don't. You've got a bred dog, but it ain't purebred. Because there ain't one line of dog. They all go back to a common dog. All of them. Same thing with cats. And they hadn't been doing it that long. That's why all the cats in your neighborhood look the same. You got the gold one. You've got the black and white one. You've got the calico one. You've got the lynx one. And you've got the black one. All over the place. It's like they're just making clones of themselves. Amy says, my friend has a Great Dane. By the way, he invited me over tonight, and I said no, but I'm going over there tomorrow to cook dinner for him.
Nice.
I hear you. Well, just remember, nothing happens in the dark that won't happen in the daytime. You can just see it better.
Well, I don't blame her for not wanting to be out on New Year's Eve.
I don't either. I don't blame her for saying no, because that's a step in that direction. I get it. But you are going to cook dinner for him, and that's also a step in that direction, but one that's under your control. Smart.
Typically, that's from people pushing down on their hind end to make them sit. I can't stand that.
Amy says, I stay home on New Year's Eve because there's too many drunks on the road. True
Yeah.
that. I was nervous going to the store to get cigarettes this afternoon. I don't like it at all. I don't like to go out on this night either. Amy says hip dysplasia is common in large breeds of dogs. And Mabel says, yes, I learned this watching Tiger King. Absolutely terrible. Captive tigers, wild tigers.
Yeah. Tiger
Yeah.
King was horrible.
And also the Tiger King. I'm pretty sure his wife fed somebody to one of those tigers.
Probably. Give her long enough, she'd have fed him to him.
I didn't watch the show, but I heard lots of stories about it. I'm pretty sure she killed somebody and got away with it. And he's in jail, isn't he?
Yeah.
What's he in jail for?
Animal.
It had something to do. They had something about meth and homosexuals was going on there.
Well,
behind the scenes.
I think there was charges about animal cruelty too.
Could be. I don't know. But he is in prison. He ran for president. Did you know that? Hello?
Yeah.
You did?
Yes, I heard about it.
Kevin says amateur night, Amy.
He was convicted of murder for hire.
Armchair night, says Amy. Go ahead.
Multiple wildlife crimes, including falsifying records, violating Endangered Species Act. He got a 21-year prison sentence.
Wow.
2 counts of hiring individuals to kill animal rights activist Carol Baskins.
That guy's something else.
He falsified wildlife records, killed 5 tigers, selling tigers and cubs and other endangered species.
Kevin says, Miss Mabel, I thought we lost you as a viewer. How have you been? I didn't think that.
No.
Mabel says, it was less than a week, Kevin. A few days, maybe. We're okay. How are you? I think what he's trying to say is that we all love you guys very much in a very short period of time, and we would hate to lose you. And that's just us expressing our desire to keep you around. You guys have made an impression on us. Amy says sticky lettuce or wild lettuce has natural enzyme in it that mimics pain medicine. Okay, that may be what you're talking about, what it is, and I did not know that. I did know that, but I didn't make that connection. Wild lettuce is a thing that grows in your yard, and you can make opium-like paste out of it.
Yes.
But I didn't make the connection with lettuce. When you said lettuce, I was thinking like a head of lettuce you get in the store.
Yeah, that's where I was thinking too.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, you are right. That kind of lettuce does have something similar to THC. I don't know if it's THC, but it's definitely opium-like. And Judy says, I agree, Amy. It's a good day to stay home. And Kevin says, Miss Mabel, I'm great. Amy says, Fonzie, hey. He was A-ing all right. Hey. Nugget says, rabbit casserole. Right on. Amy says, Mark, stop saying sorry for stuff that you shouldn't be sorry about. We have tough skin and are not offended easily. Right on. And you are one of us. It's different if you're a troll in here for the first time and you're running your mouth. You're one of us. You can talk a little freer. What it is says, it's coming up on a year since Trump has been in office. Look at all the stuff that's gone on. I know, right? It's been a lot. Not everything I would like to have seen happen either. I'm not a Trump sycophant. I praise him when he does good, and I question him when he does wrong. And the last few days, he's been doing some wrong stuff, in my opinion, or things that I wouldn't want him to be worried about. But I'm not in the White House, and I don't understand the environment that he's in, as very few people do. And so there may be reasons he's doing things the way he's doing them that we can't entertain because we just don't know that that's how it is, you know. Overall, though, he's been a pretty good president. A lot better than Joe Biden was. Debbie says, I just want the St. Bernard's whiskey barrel. I know, right? Me too. And Kevin says, Debbie, I can arrange that for you. And Judy says, sorry, St. Bernard. Dogs are gross. You don't like St. Bernard dogs? Why are they gross? Because they slobber? They're big dogs. And St. Bernard's is part of the Mastiff family, says what it is. I don't doubt that. They are very big animals. John says, when I was a little, I had a pure white German Shepherd. An albino or just white in color?
Just white. You remember Tina?
I've seen white German Shepherds before. They're very rare, though.
Yeah, you remember Tina?
Yeah.
She had one. It used to be Richie's. And when he got him when he was a puppy, and he was too crazy for Richie, so he gave him to Tina.
I think that's because they're in some way related to Huskies. I'm not sure, though.
Well, I mean, yeah, but they breed them particular ways. Like, okay, you remember how light-colored TC was?
He was gray and black, wasn't he?
No, she was cream. She's what they considered a cream and black shepherd. They got cream and black shepherds. They got tan and black shepherds. They got brown and black shepherds.
I was thinking she was gray and black.
No, she was cream and black.
Okay.
Well, she was gray and black towards the end, yes. But
that's when I met her.
But they just take the cream ones and they get lighter and lighter cream out of them, and the lighter the cream, they just keep breeding them down until they get the white ones.
Okay. So not an albino.
No.
Still pretty cool to have a white German Shepherd.
Yes. And so did a friend of mine, Nugget.
Judy says, that must have been beautiful, Nugget.
Yes, they are pretty.
Amy says, some cat breeds go back. Hang on.
946.
Some cat breeds go back to ancient Egypt. Oh, yeah. And ancient Siam. And China. And Africa. You ever see those cats with the big floppy ears and the pointy faces? Those are African cats.
I want a Sphinx.
Well, there's a cat that's named a Sphinx, yeah.
I want a Sphinx Sphinx breed cat.
John says, we called it 1010. Where was Ren?
Ren, 1010 or try? Oh, 1010. It might be 1010.
1010. It says 1010. We called it 1010. You know, like Ren 1010?
Yeah.
Like this cup of coffee, tang-a-lang-a-langin'? Mabel says Joe Exotic was arrested for attempting to have Carol Baskin assassinated. All right. Thank you, Mabel. I knew he was in jail, but I never heard why. But I assumed it had something to do with selling meth. Mabel says Carol Baskins is the one that killed her husband, allegedly, cough, cough. That's the one I'm thinking probably fed that guy to the tigers. Because I think they never found... I thought it was his wife, but I guess it wasn't. But they never found the guy that disappeared. And I haven't heard anything else. I don't know if she actually got caught doing it or if they just accused her of it. Either way, it's pretty weird what was going on over there. And they made a movie about it, or a TV show about it. All that was going on while they were filming the show, I would imagine. Amy says, John, I bet that was a beautiful dog. Mr. P's here. He says, sorry, Jake, LOL. I passed out like an old man sitting up. Oh, I hear you, buddy. I do that quite often. Pass out right here in this chair until my back starts hurting. That's quite all right. Happy New Year to you, buddy. How are you today? Amy says, I never watched the Tiger King show. I never watched it either, but it was very interesting to listen to people talk about watching it. Kind of makes me want to go back and view a couple of episodes to see what I missed. Nothing. Amanda says nothing. Amanda says, Mr. P, hamburger helper hand, and Happy New Year. Amy says, hi, Mr. P. Purple shit. Nugget says, Amy, the only problem was white hair everywhere. Oh, yes. German Shepherds shed real bad. So, yeah, you'd have white hair on everything. Mr. P says, Happy New Year's, y'all. Happy New Year to you, too, Mr. P. How are you, buddy? Amanda says, Mr. P, Jake does that all the time, sleeping, sitting up. Yep, I fall asleep because I got to work a lot, and it's usually late at night, and I'll be sitting here working, and I'm waiting on something to finish uploading or something to finish editing, and I'll just zonk out, and head hits the keyboard every night. Or you ever fall asleep and then start drifting? You end up on the floor like that if you ain't careful. Mabel says, well, we really appreciate it. Sometimes it's just difficult to be social. Understood. And no pressure here, Mabel. We love you and we're friends, but you don't have to be here for every single show. I understand that. Thank you. And sometimes it is difficult to be social. I struggle with that too, so that's one of the reasons I do this for a living, because I'm very antisocial in person. This is my social life. This or performing on stage somewhere, which I can't do that anymore, but I get what you're saying, and you're okay. You're accepted here. You can be whoever you are. No judgment. Be yourself. Be happy. Come and go as you please. Just keep in touch. Just let us know you're still living. That's all I want to know. Judy says, hey, John P. And Mr. P says, I usually only fall asleep sitting up when I'm exhausted or sick. Me too, which is a lot. Amber says, heart. Judy says, picture yourself at 16 in the back seat of a convertible with the top down and a St. Bernard who wanted to sit on your lap. Gross. Oh, yeah. I would imagine that would be gross. When I was 16, I was in the front seat of a black Ford Maverick, all decked out and jacked up in the back. What it is says, what is the molecular structure of the flux capacitor? Well, the flux capacitor is a fictitious device from a movie called Back to the Future, and its molecular structure is aluminum and plastic. What it is says, can a Nephilim be saved? Yeah, I would imagine, except they've already been judged, so because of that, no. The question you're asking is a good moral question, like, isn't there any good in Satan's heart? That is a good moral question, but the thing you're missing is these things have already been decided. So there is nothing to save. They've already been damned. Before they were damned, yes, they could have been saved. It didn't work out that way, though, and now it's too late. Because God does not go back on his word. So thank you for the question, but no. And what it is says, which was named first, the sphincter or the sphinx? The sphinx. Because the word sphincter is Latin, and it was used by medical science to describe the sphincter muscle, and that was named in the 1600s. And the sphinx is considerably older. You're welcome. Amy says, 2 hours, and I'm done smoking. Wish me lots of willpower. Well, I wish you lots of willpower. Are you going to quit smoking this year? Number one, there is no way to quit smoking except quit smoking. You can't ease off. You can't wean yourself. You just have to put them down. You have to make that decision. If you make that decision, then you need to stick to that decision regardless of the cost. If you do that, you can look forward to 3 days of terror and about 3 weeks of discomfort. If you'll commit to that and understand what you're getting into, put them down. Remove them from your house. Get rid of your ashtrays. Get rid of your cigarettes. Get rid of your lighters. Get rid of anything that's cigarette-shaped. And just deal with the 3 days of terror and headaches and agony and bad moods. And then about 3 weeks of discomfort. And then after that, you'll still want them, but it won't hurt anymore to not have them. But there's no way to quit smoking other than putting them down. Cold turkey is the way. And you got to make that decision and stick to it. And I wish you all the willpower in the world. But you got to remove smoking from your life. Don't hang out with people that smoke. Talk like non-smokers talk. Put on that attitude because it helps reprogram your brain. You're trying to trick yourself into not being a smoker. So, all of that. Dakota Wright says, hey, friends. Happy New Year, Dakota. How are you? Nugget says, hang on. Nugget says, Judy, even worse. St. Bernard's in the front seat, slobbering everyone in the back seat. Yeah, buddy. Dakota says, hi, Amy Elizabeth. Amanda says, hi, Dakota. Hamburger helper hand.
Dakota, hamburger helper hand. Sorry, I was taking a goody powder.
Amy says, what is it? What it is? I think we answered that yesterday during the book of Enoch. The Nephilim were judged and condemned, if I remember right. It could have been something else Jake said that about. Nope, you remember it right. And yes, we did cover that yesterday. So what it is, join us for a Bible study, and I will answer all those questions for you in real time. Dakota says, hi, Amanda. Amy says, hey, Dakota, purple shit. Amber says, Dakota, cool smiley face. Judy says, good luck, Amy. Dakota says, hi, Amber, and amen. Mr. P says, how do you synthesize a methylated alkaloid from the movie Love Potion Number 9, an old B movie with Sandra Bullock before her new nose job? Well, I don't remember how that movie says that you can do it, but you dilute it in alcohol, and then you put it in a, what do you call that thing? It's right on the tip of my tongue. You know the thing I'm talking about.
A bleaker?
No, it's a centrifuge. Put it in a centrifuge and separate the particles, and then you pull it out with a sucker thingy. Eyedropper. That's how you synthesize a methylated alkaloid, because alkaloid just means the acidic portion of the chemical. Amber says, horny goat. I felt left out. Smiley, smiley, hamburger, up and purple shit. Felt left out of what, Amber? Dakota says, yep. And Judy says, hey, Dakota. Amy says, I quit other addictive substances, so I understand withdrawals. There you go. And smoking is a hard one. It'll give you bad headaches and make you grouchy and make you feel all agitated and what's the word I'm looking for? Hyper, I don't know, touchy. Make you feel touchy. There's a word for it. I can't think of what it is. For a little while. It is a bad substance.
On edge?
Yeah, on edge, but there's a word for that. Makes you feel
short? Snappy?
Snappy. Yep, all that. Amber says, that's the painful truth. I've quit twice so far. Yeah, I've quit twice, but I've always fallen back to it afterwards. So technically I didn't quit because I ended up still smoking. I quit for a while.
I quit cold turkey, then started vaping, LOL, 15 years ago.
Right on. Dakota says, I'm just working. Hold on, my chat jumped. Centrifuge. Thank you, Amy.
10:03.
10:03. Yeah.
Amy's comment.
Yep. Amanda says, yep. Amy says, no way to quit smoking easy as he lights up a cigarette. Well, I'm not quitting. My mama didn't raise no quitter. Dakota says, message retracted. I can't read it if you retract it. Amber says, LOL. Amy, I noticed too. Again, I'm not quitting. I support your desire to quit. I don't want to quit. I like smoking. I know what the dangers are. I know what it's doing to me, but I enjoy smoking. And what would I replace it with? I enjoy nicotine. I probably could quit smoking and find another delivery system for nicotine. The problem with vaping is I can't settle on a juice that I like. I don't like the flavor of it, but there are flavors of juice that I do like. I just can't seem to find it. When I can find a steady source of it, I might switch to that. I'm going to die from it either way. I might as well enjoy it while I'm going. And Judy says, amen, Nugget, that's worse. Amy says, centrifuge is the word you're thinking of. Thank you. What it is says, yeah, Jake is on his last pack of cigarettes before he quits. No, he's not. I got another pack underneath that pack. And Dakota says, I'm just working. I hear you, working on New Year's, huh?
I say, you better not be quitting. I just went and got him some more.
Amy says, a centrifuge and a pipette. Yes, those things. Thank you. Yeah, my brain works very well if it doesn't have to remember anything. When it has to remember anything, I get the blue screen of death pops up. And that little circle starts spinning in my head. I hadn't figured a way around that yet. That's a new thing. It started about 5 years ago. And it does appear to be getting worse. Judy says, I noticed too, Amy. Amanda says,
Capricorns rule.
That's the horny goat, huh? Well, you are a horny goat.
I don't hear you complaining.
I'm not. That was an observation, not a complaint.
Oh.
Amy says, make me act like a bitch. Beautiful, intelligent, talented, charming, and horny. Honest. And Judy says, LOL, Amy. Nugget says, smoking more addictive than drinking. It is. It's more addictive than anything, I think. Mr. P says, I've quit 3 times, most recently after my birthday. Hardest time I had with it yet. And I gained almost 30 pounds, too. There's that also. You will gain weight when you stop smoking. For whatever reason, it's a good restrictor, a diavacillator, dilator. A vascular dilator. That's it. It'll make you not hungry. Amy says, I might get a water vape like Jake has. It does work. I just don't like the way it tastes. It's not satisfying to me. I can vape until the juice is gone and I still want to light a cigarette. Same thing with the patches. I'd have patches all over my body and still be smoking. If I could get strong enough juice that I like the flavor of, I could switch to that and smoke just a vape. That'd be fine. Because it's the nicotine I'm addicted to, not the cigarette. Or the tar that is currently destroying my lungs. There are other ways to get nicotine. I just hadn't found a good one yet. Mabel says, I would like Vic to quit, but I know he needs it, and he said he would try once he's done with Ukraine. Yeah, believe it or not, that's a good way to steady your nerves and to calm yourself down is to smoke a cigarette. It also makes your brain faster. Something about nicotine, it constricts your capillaries, a vascular dilator, makes your blood flow better, which makes your brain work faster and sharper and quicker. So, yeah, he probably does need it. Amber says, when I'm asked why I don't stop smoking, I answer, never stop something I'm awesome at. I always answer, my mama didn't raise no quitter. Nugget says, I smoked a pipe with a filter. Nice. I think pipe smoke is too strong. I don't like it. It's too strong, and it's kind of a nasty habit because of the juice that comes out of the pipe, and always having to clean the pipe and the little sticky tar everywhere. And yeah, I don't like smoking a pipe. I've got a couple of them, and I will smoke them, but I don't prefer it. And cigars, I love a good cigar every now and then, but it really defeats the purpose of smoking because you don't inhale. So really, what's the point? I'm burning $25. I'm going to inhale it. You know what I mean? Judy says, I gained 25 pounds when I quit. You will gain weight, for sure. Amy says, I don't like being sick all the time and unable to breathe, and it's too expensive to keep smoking. I don't want to reach the point of no return, which you will do eventually, yes. Mr. P says, I hate gaining weight. Easy come, but it just won't go. LOL. Well. And Judy says, I quit when cigarettes were $5 a carton. $5 a carton? When was that? Was Fred Flintstone alive? Kevin says, I quit smoking for 5 minutes between every cigarette. Yep, I do too. As soon as I put one out, I quit till I start again. Amy says, $8 a pack for generics. Well, I pay $4 a pack, $4 and some change. Amy says, LOL, Kevin. Amanda?
Damn, Amy, check the dollar store for cigarettes. That's crazy.
Yeah, get you a pack of LDs for $3.84. Be $4 and some change. $4.27, something like that. Amy says, I could use the smoking patches, but for some reason I can't keep them lit. I know, right? Nugget says, I did a lot of walking. It kept the cravings for cigarettes and keeps you fit. Yeah, I could see that. Replace one habit with a good habit. Amy says, John, I walk an average of 5 miles a night at work. I'm actually interested to see how much I walk a day. I'd like to get one of those things that measure your footsteps. Fitbit, is that what they're called? And just see how much I walk every day. Yep. I don't even sit down all day.
We'd have to get a watch for you, though, or a ring, or you'd have to keep your phone in your pocket.
Yeah. Mr. P says, I miss the 90s all the time. Crossed my mind. It was $1.99 for a pack of Marlboros, and $15 would fill up your tank. And you could cruise all damn night. Also, no cell phones. Life was simpler. Yes, I definitely remember scrounging pennies up to put gas in my car to drive around all afternoon. Mm-hmm. Pennies.
Pulling the back seats out of the car.
Yes. And for some reason, there was always change on the floor. Did we just throw change in the car back then? I don't know why, but there was always enough change on the floor to get to where I was going. Interesting. I miss the 80s, buddy. 80s, early 90s.
I miss the 90s.
Amy says, I agree, John.
Yes, Mr. P.
Amy says, has anyone heard from Aaron today? I have not. So, Amanda, will you send him a message?
Yes.
Nugget says, if you all lived in Britain, the price of cigarettes over here, you'd quit. 20 pounds for 20 cigarettes. Yeah, that's crazy. And Judy says 1980s. I agree. Mabel says, hey, Madison just showed up. And she says, hello, everyone. Hi, Madison. And she brought Legos for Hannah. Nice.
Nice.
That sounds
love
fun.
Legos.
What kind of set is it? Just Legos, or is it like a Lego-themed set? Is it like Star Wars Legos or just Legos? Fab Daddy says, I'm back. I just got out of the hot tub. Nice. Happy New Year. Amy says, hi, Madison. Amanda says, Madison, hamburger helper hand. You say that.
Madison, hamburger helper hand.
Judy says, that was at the Navy Exchange, generic and no tax. I hear you. Yeah, you can go to like the Indian reservation here and get cigarettes real cheap, like $1 a pack or $2 a pack, something like that. But that's like, I don't know, 50 miles from here, so it's kind of worth it if you buy them in bulk once a month. But if you're buying cigarettes every day, it ain't really worth it to go there. Amy says, squeaky clean, Fab. Are you pruny? Do you get pruny in a hot tub?
Yes, it's water.
I guess so, yeah. I guess you're right. Fab Daddy says, just my feet and hands. Kevin says, hello, Fab Daddy. Miss Nugget says, I do about 20 miles a day at work and then bike everywhere. Now, you must be really fit. That would probably kill me. Kevin says 78 cents a pack in the late 60s. Yeah, I remember my mom saying that if it ever made it to 75 cents a pack, she was going to quit. I remember her saying that when I was a little boy.
I remember my mom and dad talking when I was a kid about how they had the cigarette machines.
Yep.
And that they would get $5 from their parents. They would go get a hamburger or a french fries and a drink at the restaurant. Mm-hmm. And then they would get a candy bar and a soda at the movies. And they would put a quarter in the cigarette machine and they would get a pack of cigarettes with 3 pennies taped to the side of it. So it was 22 cents for a pack of cigarettes.
Yeah. Well, they had cigarette machines right on up till about 2002. That's when they really started vanishing from everywhere. They had already pretty much gone away, but then you could still find them. And you could still find payphones right up till about 2002, somewhere in that area. But they're gone now. You can't find them anywhere. And they just phased them out. Nobody said anything. It was just like in the background. They just, pretty soon there are no cigarette machines anywhere. I know where one's at right now, but it's because the bar that it's at, they own it. It's a prop, and there hadn't been any cigarettes in it in forever. But it is a machine, and it is still there. Mr. P says, change was everywhere. Now a quarter is like gold nuggets. I know, right? Yeah, I remember. Definitely there being change everywhere. Thank you very much. I appreciate you so much. Who is Susan Howell? Whoever it is sending me a friend request.
I don't know.
Amy says pennies are not being made anymore. Does that make them collector's items now? I have wheat pennies and Indian head pennies. I don't know if they're ever going to be valuable. There are certain pennies that are valuable, but only because of what's struck on them, not because of them being pennies. But yeah, it actually costs more to manufacture pennies than they're worth. So they quit making them. Which is weird, because there's going to come a time when nobody knows what a penny is. It's not going to be in the lexicon anymore, the language.
There's going to come a time when people don't know what paper money is.
Yes. Unfortunately. Fab Daddy says, I think I'm more dirty after from the cesspool. Is it your hot tub? Or is it a community hot tub? Because if it's your hot tub, that's your fault. You need to clean that damn thing. Stop jerking off in it.
Right.
He's like, well, what's the point in having a hot tub then? Judy says, hey, Madison. And Mabel says, it is a battleship. I think World War II era. She has been into everything military lately. Oh, cool. A Lego battleship. That's pretty sweet. Yeah, she's going to have a blast putting that together. I'm looking for either Lego or a model kit of the USS Enterprise 1701-A. If anybody knows where one's at that isn't a ridiculous amount of money, please do let me know. I am in the market for one.
Yes.
Either Lego or model kit. But not the junk. It's got to be the 1701-A. Preferably from a good model company. Amy says, I collect coins. I do too. I've got a couple of, I can't remember what they're called now, but they look like quarters. And they're worth about $20.
Bicentennials.
No, this is a foreign country thing. And the one I got's worth about $20. But it looks like a quarter. And if I tried to use it here, unless I took it to the exchange, you know, if I tried to use it here, people would think it was a quarter. I can't remember what it is.
Nice, Mabel. Way to go, Madison.
Hell yeah. Mabel says 2,000 pieces should keep her busy. Oh, yeah. Or keep you stepping on Legos for the next 2 years.
No. Hannah's older than that.
I swear to God, I think I still step on Legos occasionally. And my kids are both grown.
I don't know what's worse, Legos or Matchbox cars.
Legos. They hurt worse, believe me.
You can get all the race cars and the trucks with all the sticky points and stuff all over them. Them hurt.
Kevin says, smiley, smiley, smiley. Speaking of match cars, if you happen to find a Hot Wheels that is purple, keep it. Put it in a box and take it immediately to a store that buys antiques because it's worth about $5,000.
Why?
Because it's one of the first ones they ever made.
Of what?
I think it's a van. Can't remember. It's purple. It's the only purple Matchbox car there is. I mean, like Hot Wheels.
Oh, okay.
Hot Wheels.
Hot Wheels.
Which are the original Matchbox car.
Right.
Amanda says,
I love Legos. They're so much fun. I want a Lego Starship Enterprise NCC 1701
-A.
Yeah, well,
You want the original. I want the -A.
Either one of them. As long as it's the Enterprise.
Mr. P says, my sisters have a pic of my dad when he was in the Navy in 1960. The sign in the background lists all these brands of smokes, 50 cents. Right on. Fab Daddy says, with the price of silver going up 150% this year, all coins should be silver. They used to be. They used to be. There should be a silver content in a nickel, in a quarter, but I think that they've replaced it with 10 by now. It used to be that you'd get 25 cents worth of precious metal. Now you don't. It's just an IOU. That's why everything looks like the price went up. It's still worth the same thing. It's just that the price number went up. I saw a graph on it one time where they explained it. Where in the 40s you could buy a loaf of bread for a nickel or 25 cents or whatever it was. I don't remember now. And then all the way up to what the price of it is now, it's still worth what it was originally, just the inflation has gone up with it. So that it takes that much money to equal that same amount of value. I know I didn't explain that right, but you'd have to have seen it. Judy says, someone on Marketplace is offering 1.5 cents per penny. That doesn't sound very smart. So they're paying 0.5 cent for a penny.
1.5 pennies for a penny.
For a penny, yeah. So you'd have to have 3 pennies. You'd have to get 4 pennies for 3 pennies. Or you'd have to get 3 pennies for 4 pennies. Right. Mabel says she is obsessed with Legos lately. She loves to build things and organizes all the pieces. She will be so quiet for hours, and I have to keep checking in on her because she is so quiet. Oh, yes. That means she's got a focus issue, which is good. That means that when it comes time to be an adult, she will have no problem focusing in and getting the job done. Does she do models? Have you considered getting her model kits? Kevin says, I just ate a huge plate of lasagna. Nice. Don't know who's going to drop first, me or the bowl.
I'm going to try to make it to the ball, but I don't know if I'm going to.
I'm trying to make it to the bottom of this chat so I can get out and go see the ball drop with my girl.
Right.
Kevin says, I just ate a huge... I read that one. John says, I used to steal my mom's Woodbine cigarettes when I was 10. Mine were Pall Malls, but I used to take them from my mom and then tape filters onto them from ashtrays. Get a filter and tape it on it because they were filterless cigarettes. I wonder how I got caught. I was 14 years old. I had just moved in with a woman in Bartow, Florida, and was running a stucco crew for my brother-in-law. And I met my mom at the Waffle House for coffee as I was moving. And we were sitting there, and she dropped two packs of Marlboro cigarettes on the table. She says, you're going to need these. So I started smoking in front of my mom. She caught me. Until that moment, I didn't know that she knew I smoked. Mr. P says, I loved Legos back in the day. Had thousands. Kids don't appreciate them as much anymore. You know what I used to like? A Erector set.
Yes.
And I ain't talking no bullshit. I'm talking the metal with the nuts and the arms and the spindles. Erector sets. And the crane.
I like the Lincoln Logs, too.
Yeah, I had Lincoln Logs. But Erector sets were like for highbrow kids.
Uh-huh.
The same people got that was the people that got the science kit that had actual uranium in it in little vials.
Yep.
Think about that shit. Actual uranium. Radioactive material for kids to play with. You're welcome. Wonder why your kids are wearing nose rings and switching genders. Mr. P says, never heard of wood vines or woodbines. I haven't either, but it's Britain, so they have weird names for everything. They have a bar called the Cock and Balls. Mr. P read that one. Yeah, they don't appreciate things like we did back in the day, that's for sure. Amy says, Gold Dollars, the presidential series. I have the mint-proof sets. All but the year 2014. Nice. Yeah, there was a time when you could exchange dollars for gold coins, a gold dollar. And I like the idea of carrying gold around in a pouch. And I tried to do that for a little while, but it got cumbersome, as you could imagine. So the fantasy of living in a world where you could pay with a gold, that just went away, you know. But I did like the idea. It just never caught on. Probably because it's cumbersome to carry around a pouch full of gold. Much easier to stick it in your front pocket. Linda says, Mabel, Legos never go out of style. My daughter is 20 and wanted some for Christmas, right? My son loves them too.
I like them too.
Legos are fun. Amy says, some people walk on hot coals, some people lay on a bed of nails, but no one has ever willingly stepped on a Lego in the dark at 2 a.m. Amen. I'm with you there, Amy. And Mr. P says, Legos are a big collector's item now, and they're expensive. They're not cheap. Getting a set like I'm talking about, the Enterprise, that's going to be like $500. Mabel says, Legos hide in all the carpet. Legos hide in the carpet like little landmines waiting for you to tread on them in the night. Hannah is very good at cleaning up, but I have experienced this tragic midnight awakening in the past. Amen. You can't get them all. They make little ones, and they get stuck in different places, and you can't get them all. The only way is to hermetically seal your room before you open the package and put down some plastic, and then play on top of the plastic and then wrap it all up from the edges and tie it in a bow. That's the only way you can get away with it. Only way I found, anyway. Amy says, right, Mabel, I see what you mean. Mr. P says, not willingly, LOL. Mabel says, Canada discontinued the penny because it cost more to make them than it's worth. Right, we're doing the same thing. I didn't even know you guys used pennies up there. I thought y'all were on a different system.
No, they have Canadian pennies.
I've seen money like from Nova Scotia that looks like Monopoly money. I don't remember exactly what it looked like, but it was big square papers.
No,
is that not from Nova Scotia?
They got the copper pennies with the flowers on each side of it. That says 1 cent on the back. Remember?
Right.
It's got the leaves on each side. It says 1 cent on it.
I got you. Yeah. Come to think of it, I have seen a Canadian penny.
Yes. We had a Canadian nickel not too long ago. It looks almost like our quarter.
Okay. Amy says, I was watching a show and someone took a bunch of pennies and covered the entire surface of a car with pennies. It looked cool as heck. I've seen them do that to a floor.
Yes, and a table.
With different colored pennies, the darker ones and the shinier ones, and make like a mosaic with like designs on it. That's pretty sweet, actually. And Amy says, same here, Mabel. Judy says, LOL, Mabel, me too. My son used to cry if I came near his bedroom door with a vacuum cleaner. And I tell my kids, if you would like to keep that, pick it up, put it back in the box.
Right.
Because I'm getting ready to clean, and it will be gone.
Yeah, I think that mine would set up a booby trap between the Legos and the Matchbox cars.
Oh, yeah.
That way, when they got in trouble, they'd take off running in their room because they knew I wouldn't chase them in their room.
Step right over it, and you'd hit it like landmines. Yeah.
They knew I wouldn't chase them past their door.
Oh, yeah. Mabel says, yep, she has done a couple of model kits with Vic. Yeah, I think she'd really enjoy that. I didn't have the patience for it when I was a kid. I'd stop somewhere about the time you punch out all the little pieces, and I'd be over it. I never could get into it. But as an adult, I can look back and go, I could have enjoyed painting them and, getting onto the decals and all of that sort of thing. And putting all the little pieces together, making it work. And I really could have enjoyed that, but as a kid, I just couldn't get into it. I couldn't get into reading either, believe it or not. I was a full-grown man before I ever started enjoying reading. It's just never been a thing I liked. Amber says, oh my gosh, hugs, Jake and Miss Hammer. Very happy New Year. Love y'all, and thank you for all you do. All that you do. You're welcome, Amber. And I love you too.
You're
and
welcome.
I hope to have a whole year with you coming up. And Amanda says,
you're welcome, Amber.
You're welcome, Amber. Amber says, I'm on Messenger. Let the chat N for Jake and Miss Hammer. Is that right? Mr. P says, I had those erector sets. I used to make all sorts of crazy gizmos with those. Oh, yes. Designing buildings and cranes that lift random things and little elevators. And I believe that if you were a genius type kid, you could make some pretty interesting things with an erector set. I never got around to it. I just like building things that pick things up. But I suppose if you had 2 or 3 sets, you could really make something out of it. I miss toys like that. Why don't they make things like that anymore?
What was that one thing called? Is it a stenograph? The stenograph where you just got the circle on it, and then you put a piece of paper on it, and you put your pen in the circle, and you run it around the thing?
It's called a protractor.
No. This draws all kind of designs.
I know what you're talking about. It's the thing that you make the flower designs out of.
Yes.
Yeah. I forget what it's called, but somebody in chat knows.
I'm fixing to look.
I'm pretty sure that's a protractor.
No.
Nugget says, I got caught once. I had a red ear for weeks. My mom's hand was hard then. I got caught once and had a red ear. Yeah, I got you. Caught smoking. Yep, she popped the hell out of you. Oh, yeah. My mom didn't. She just bought me 2 packs of cigarettes because I was moving in with a woman and she was making a point. And I didn't get it. I get it now, though. She said, you're going to need these. Amber says, Happy New Year's. Annoy y'all next year. Well, you come on. We're looking forward to it. And Amanda says,
Hamburger helper hand. Oh, LOL, and I'm over 40 and I want Legos.
Right on. I kind of do, too. Soph Allen says, Hi, guys. I have an update for you. My mom had surgery, but she's still in the hospital. She's just recovering now. Well, that's good. Did they get all the cancer? Happy New Year, by the way. Even in Australia.
I was right. It's called a spirograph.
I'm sorry. She's from Australia. Y'all don't do Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Is that better? New Year. How do y'all make the R in the O sound? No. I can't do it. Listen to an Australian person talk. You'll hear it. They make a R and an O at the same time. I can't do it. Well, we're glad your mom's out of the woods there, Soph. I hope she recovers nicely. Amanda says, Hamburger helper
hand, Soph.
John says, I wish you all a happy new year, American family. Have a blessed one. I'm going to say good night. I love you all. John, I love you too, buddy. Thank you for being here with me on New Year's Eve. God bless you. We'll see you next year. Have a good one. Enjoy the night. Amy says, I was praying for you both, Soph. Purple shit. Amanda?
I don't know where I'm at.
10:34.
Night Nugget, Happy New Year.
Mabel says, I like that Hannah likes to open one bag at a time and organizes it and then opens the other bag. And she has her entire desk in her room sorted with Legos before she even starts building. It is so cute to watch. Actually, that's a good thing. That's probably the best way to keep them from getting all over the place. And just be wary if she starts stacking them together and putting them all together into big, long stacks. Now you got a problem. That's a little too anal retentive. But sorting them is okay. It's easier to find the piece you're looking for. Mr. P says, good night, John Nugget. John Nugget says, we have plastic money now. I can't rip it. Really? Like the paper money you can't rip because it's made out of something unrippable? That's interesting. And Mabel says, yes, Vic has much more patience than even me. So we save the model kits for them to do together. I hear you there. Yep. you would almost need an adult to keep it on task because models can get out of sorts real quick. And John says, kaleidoscope? Nope, that's the thing you put up your eye and turn into the light, and it makes all kinds of round designs. But it's kind of like that on paper. It's a little plastic disc with holes all in it, and you stick it on the paper, stick your pen through it, and then you move it around an anchor point or draw with inside of it as it goes around.
It's a ring with teeth on it.
Yeah,
and then you put your paper on it, and then you put another little smaller ring in the middle of it, and you put your pen in the middle of it, and you run the little ring all the way to the teeth of the outside of the ring.
Yeah, it looks like a gear.
Yes, and it just keeps drawing little designs until it makes pictures. The name of it's in the chat.
It's stenographed.
Spirograph.
Stenographed.
Spirograph.
There's no P in it.
The first one, that word there's not, but the next one is.
I'm reading styrograph or stenograph. However you say that. Amy says spirograph. One of those is it. I don't know which one. Mr. P says, I can't think of the name of it. It's got to be one of those. And it's probably the spiral thing because it does kind of make spirals. Judy says spirograph. So I guess that's it. Amy says, that's it, Judy. I spelled it wrong. Linda says, right, Amy. And Judy says, how's your mom, Soph? Apparently in recovery. That's all the detail we got. She didn't make any mention of what happened in the surgery or whether or not she's going to recover. Mr. P says, shoot, maybe I never knew the name. But you knew the thing we were talking about. That's halfway there. Judy says, night nugget. Amy says, they still have spirograph sets. Yeah, I think I've seen them before. Mr. P says, Nugget says, Amy, same as. And Amanda says,
yeah, the spirograph is a geometric drawing tool that uses precision engineering wheels and rings to create intricate spiral designs called
hypotecoids.
Yeah. And say that one. Epitrochoides.
Yeah.
Trochoids.
Epitrochoid.
British engineer named Dennis Fisher first exhibited the spirograph in 1965. Nutmeg International Toy Fair. Kenner Incorporated introduced it to the U.S. in 1966. The spirograph is suitable for all ages and can be used with pencils, markers, or pens.
Hypertrochoid, epitrochoid. Weird shape this way, weird shape that way.
Right.
Amanda says.
No, Mabel says.
Hang on.
1041.
Markers and pens. Linda says, good night, Nugget. Happy New Year.
Nope, go up to between my post at 1041.
Mabel says, just replace RS with Happy New Year. There you go.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Happy New Year. And Linda says, good night, Nugget. Happy New Year. What it is says, Jake, how long have you and Amanda been together? 35 years. Off and on. I met her
1992.
And we were married for a while, and then we weren't, and then we were. And Judy says, you spelled it right, Amy. April Rain, Happy New Year. She says, much love, Happy New Year, and God bless us all. Cheer to the new year, 2026. I love you all true. Hi, April. How are you? Happy New Year to you. Mr. P says, Stranger Things finale is 2 hours. I'm going to try and watch that before bed. Good night and God bless, gang. I wish you the best in the new year. It's already the finale? I thought it just got started. They just started showing advertisements for it on TV. like 2 days ago.
Good night, Mr. P.
Wow. Well, enjoy.
Don't fall asleep sitting up no more.
Oh, that's going to happen. And Soph says she is recovering. Yes, but how did the surgery go? The details, lady.
Did they get all the cancer?
You get that we don't know your mom, right? None of us have ever met her. So we have no idea what she's going through, only that she's in recovery, which means she's asleep. How did the surgery go? What did they do? Was it successful? What's the prognosis? April says, me too, John. Thumbs up. Kevin says, spirograph. You got it. Mabel says, yes. Hold on. Yes, we have same in Canada. Used to be paper and now it's very thin plastic. And great if you have a habit of not emptying your pockets on laundry day. It's also harder to counterfeit, so they say. Yeah, anywhere there's somebody that can counterfeit it. That's a fact. They hadn't made something that can't be counterfeited. And if you want my honest opinion about it, I think they're kind of in on that. I think that's one way they regulate the value of the dollar so that they can regulate prices and make money. But that's just a guess. Somebody gets those plates somehow, and they don't just walk out of the Fed. You got to have the plates to counterfeit them, you know what I'm talking about? So, I don't know. Anyway, I've never actually seen Canadian money up close, but I have seen it on TV, and I thought it was weird because it looks different than our money. But I wasn't sure if that was a TV thing or if that's the way it was in real life or it was a different province kind of thing, because I know you guys got 2 different provinces or a couple of different provinces.
I've got some stuff from my uncle when he was in the military. It's some coins and some money from one of the countries he was in when he was in the military.
Yeah. I used to have some Vietnamese dollars and some Civil War dollars. I don't know what they call them over there, but it's the equivalent of dollar bills. Amy says, April, purple shit. And
Pink.
April says, Amy, smiley faces. And a devil smiley face. Amy says, hi, April, Happy New Year. April says, Happy New Year to you all. Hearts and devil smiley face.
April, hamburger helper hand.
Hamburger helper.
Pink.
Nugget says, April, Happy New Year. Have a fantastic, blessed one. TIE fighter, TIE fighter, TIE fighter.
Fireworks, fireworks, fireworks.
Oh. And a heart. Nugget says, good night. Good night, heart. Good night, buddy. God bless you, my friend. April says, Amanda, surprised heart. And good night, John. Hearts in a circle. Amy says, good night, y'all. See you next year. Actually, Friday night for another chill stream right here on Untethered live stream. We'll be here, and it'll be next year. April says, I'm all right. I got the grandkids staying home. Probably smart.
Night, Amy.
We're staying home, too. And Mabel says, we are going to watch a movie with Madison. 3 hours until New Year's here. Have a great night, Jake and Amanda and everyone. What movie are you guys watching? And have a great night, and God bless y'all, and thanks for coming by. And Happy New Year. And what movie are you watching? I love movies. Judy says, good night, Mr. P. Linda says, good night, Amy and Mr. P.
Night, Mabel, Hannah, and Madison. Y'all have fun.
And good night, Madison.
I said
and
that.
Hannah. I know, but I didn't.
Oh, you forgot about them?
I didn't forget. I just hadn't got to it yet. April says, hi, Mabel Love and Linda Lovely. Hearts. And Linda says, good night, Mabel, Hannah, and Madison. And hi, April. Heart. Judy says, hey, April. And April says, Judy Love, good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Hugs. Judy says, bye, Amy. And April says, that's not a devil face, Jake. Smiley, smiley. Well, it's got horns.
That's a party hat.
Looks like horns.
Party hat.
And I suppose you're going to say they're pink.
The party hats. They have pink in them, I think.
Judy says, good night, Mabel. And Amy says, April, he can't tell punk from purple either. Or pink. Amanda says, devil smiley, devil smiley, devil smiley party.
Party hat, party hat, party hat, party hat. He's got a party hat on with one of them little blowy things in his mouth.
And Amy says, pink heart, purple heart, pink heart, purple heart, pink heart, purple heart, pink heart, purple heart. And in that order. It's a party face, 𝕠𝕠𝕠. I hear you, April. And Judy says, April, smiley faces with heart eyes. All right. It is 10:53, almost 11 o'clock. I'm going to hit the sack and wait for the balls to drop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you think so?
Happy New Year. Yeah, I think so. Even if you're not involved, they're dropping. Write it down that I said so. Everyone says, ha, 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 ha. Cover my eyes. You need to cover your eyes because them balls are going to be dropping. Amanda says,
Nighters all see you Friday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on Untethered Live for Chill Stream.
it's
Much
a
love,
mouthful,
y'all.
but it's ours.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Everybody stay safe.
Almost forgot.
Oh.
Should old acquaintance be forgot in days of old lang syne? For drink a cup of cheer, my dear, in days of old lang syne. In days of old lang syne, my dear, in days of old lang syne, we'll drink a cup of cheer, my dear, for days in old lang syne. Y'all come on back now, you hear it? We'll leave the light on for you. Good night. Happy New Year, everybody. Oh, Judy says, bye, y'all. April says, good. Thumbs up, one, Jake. I'll never forget it. Amen. What are we talking about?
I don't know.
What it is says, Happy New all. Happy New to all. Happy New to you, too. Amanda says,
Copyright.
yeah, well, that's the price I pay to make you guys
they got
happy.
you for the Christmas song. They're going to get you for that one, too.
Yes, they will. Judy says, Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Judy. Debbie says they're going to drop in the water because Amanda left the seat up. Why'd you leave the seat up?
So I could hear you holler when your balls drop in the water. Ooh, that's cold.
April says, hey, what it is, Happy New Year's. Hugs and love. Cheers. Mwah.
I'll leave a camera set up in the corner so I can get their reaction.
And what it is says, party hat, party hat, party hat, party hat. Smiley face. Linda says, good night, all heart.
LOL, Debbie. Good idea.
Yeah.
I'll do it in the middle of the night when he's half asleep and he's not paying no attention.
You just remembered that I have a long memory. And I am vindictive as a mother.
Okay.
And I have nothing but time to
Yep.
plan my revenge.
No, just remember who you got to lay down next to every night.
That's all right.
And who cooks your dinner.
You won't be much of a threat when you're super glued to the ceiling.
And who makes your coffee.
All right. Truce. April says, hilarious. Love y'all true. Good night. Sleepy face, hearts, kissy face, devil face, music, hearts. April says, LOL, smiley face. And Amanda, covering my eyes, wavy hand, thumbs up, smiley faces. Amy says, something.
That's a purple bomb of some sort.
Looks like a little old lady bending over to tie her shoes.
It's a purple bomb or something.
Debbie says,
Snail?
all I want for Christmas is a pic of that. Good gracious. That's asking a lot. Might have to get a longer camera.
I got a panoramic view.
Kevin says, smiley, smiley, smiley. And April says, oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'll get it just for you, Debbie.
Amy says,
Loading.
that's how my brain looks sometimes. All right. I love you guys. Happy New Year. I've enjoyed this year immensely with each and every one of you, and I cannot wait. I'm on pins and needles for the next year to come. Have a great night. God bless you. Be safe. Stay sober, or
Stay home.
be responsible. Stay home, and be good to yourselves and each other. I can't wait till Friday night. We'll see you next year. Thanks for watching.
Good night, everybody.